Welcome to the Press for Conversation podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Layback Corey. I got two special guests here today. There are two great boxers from Detroit, Michigan. One of them is a 10-time national boxing champion. The other one is a 5-time national boxing champion and is making his pro debut in this month of September. Give it up for Kahlil Harvey Jr. and my man, Ferris Dixon. So what's up, fellas?
What's up?
What's going on? Start off with you, KK. I'm going to call you KK on the show. What made you get into boxing?
My dad, seeing him working in the garage, and I decided I wanted to do it.
Oh, okay. So what made you get into boxing, Ferris?
I was in when I was younger. I used to be in school. I used to fight a lot, and one of my teachers referred me she was like, "I think you should start boxing. It might keep you out of trouble." And that's when I was like 13, like 11, 12. And then ever since then, one of my best friends, he don't box anymore, but Josue Feliciano took me to the gym. And ever since then, I've been going.
So I see you started boxing at 4 years old at the Considine Boxing Gym. My boy Gerard Jones started you off in boxing, correct?
Yes, sir.
Can you remember, how was it when you first went to the gym? Can you remember?
It was like, I was happy. It was kind of nervous, but I was happy. It was like, I was just happy. And I had on these big old gloves hitting the mitts in the bag. It was funny. You like bend your knees a little bit so you can get like, you know what I'm saying? And like, I squat down to the floor. It was funny.
So Ferris, you started boxing at Downtown Boxing, correct?
Yes.
How was it when you first walked in the gym?
When I first walked in, I sparred first day. And then after I sparred first day, it was just like, this what I want to do. Like, yeah, this was me.
So you were a 10-time national champion. How was it winning your first national championship?
It was happy. That joke was like, so, like, I don't know what to say. It was happy. It's not that. So happy.
Did you go partying?
You said what?
Did you go partying?
Yeah, I ain't gonna, yeah.
So Ferris, man, got some questions for you, buddy. Tell us about your first national championship, man.
My first national championship was the Junior Olympics. And I came out gold at 125. The feeling it was like, damn, I finally won the national, because in the gym when I first came, that's all they talked about, was like winning nationals. And some of the guys who were sweet in the gym didn't even win nationals. So for me to accomplish something that a lot of people didn't do, it was a great feeling. And it was like, I really went out here for my city and USA and fought everybody, the greatest across the country and everybody. And I came out on top and was number one in the country since then.
That's amazing. Tell us about this junior Golden Gloves that you fought in, KK. Tell us about that.
It was a good fight. I won. I came out on gold. It was an easy fight. It was not tough, because I already told him at the USA Nationals I was coming for him. So came out on top. Easy work for me.
That's one thing I like about the amateurs. Even if you take a loss, you can always get some get back. You can always get some get back in the amateurs. Always get some get back in the amateurs. How was it when you took your first loss, Ferris, in boxing overall?
When I took my first loss, it wasn't no big deal. You feel me? Every loss, it was like, you feel me? It's not no loss. It was a lesson. So like when I took my first loss, I was like, all right, back in the gym. I get them next time. And then like if I know I won the fight, I'm gonna cry, but I'm gonna go back to the gym and I'm gonna go harder.
Right. So being under the tutelage of Mr. Kahlil Harvey Sr., how has your boxing ability, how have your boxing skills elevate since being around him?
Being around yeah, it'd be fun, because it's like he know where I came from, and then it's like we working. You feel me? Like it's like that's my uncle, but it's like it's a father and son duo. So it's like it ain't no I try to slack, he on me. Every time he on me, and then it's like I can't give up. Even if I try to give up or anything like that, he on my back. Like, you can't give up. This what you wanted. This what you asked for. So, and he like my motivation. So, it's fun and it's family. So, it just that's what it is.
For the people out there that's looking at this podcast, Kahlil Harvey Sr. has done a lot of great things in boxing. He took kids from all over under his wing. He really takes care of them. He makes sure they get to the next level in the amateurs. Not even the amateurs, just life period. He shows different things in amateurs. And some people like that, some people that's in the world, like, you need them. You need them in boxing, no matter where they are. He set a great example for these youth, for the youth. And I think that's a great thing. Now, you, being that's your dad, Junior, how do you look at him as between a boxer and a trainer? How do you balance the two? Because sometimes you might be. I see y'all got the father-son bond, but to me, sometimes I see y'all got the older brother and the little brother bond as well. So what's the difference between dad at the boxing gym and dad at home?
Dad at home, he used to be chill. He let me do whatever I want. But he still be on my head. But in the gym, there ain't none of that. He don't show no favoritism to me or nothing. Like, he treat me like everybody, how he treat everybody else, hard. Like, he be on my head, like, nonstop.
Now, with that answer, you set yourself up for this because I'm going to ask you. You said do whatever you want. You don't need to bring no girls in the house.
You said what?
No girls in the house.
Not yet.
So, like, for the people out there that's watching this podcast, KK, when is your next fight?
December. USA Nationals.
USA Nationals. So, by then, you be 11-time national champion.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
see nobody really beat you. And for you, tell us about this new stage of you going into doing your pro debut. Explain to us what made you want to turn pro now at the age of 18.
What made me want to turn pro at the age of 18? That man right there. Because it's like our training was not no amateur training. It wasn't no regular training. It wasn't nothing like that you would really see. Is we working. We working to be a world champion at the age of 15. At the age of 14, we was working at being a world champion. So like when I was out there showcasing my skills, it was like my style was becoming more of a pro boxer than it was amateur, because I could pick you apart all day.
Right.
And it was like, now that I'm older and I can finally see that my style is not for the amateurs, it's for the pros. And what made me transition to that was I had to do some hard thinking. I had to talk with my team, my coaches, Team Cartel, and I had the serious talk with my two head coaches, Kahlil, Uncle K, and Coach Rob. And I had to sit and talk with them and a lot of my coaches on my team, and asked them, was this the right choice? They said yeah, and that's what we went with.
Now, you said Team Cartel. What's the difference between Detroit boxing and Ohio boxing?
The big difference is, well, it ain't no difference. We all is one. We call ourselves Delito, so it ain't no. It's Detroit boxing. We like to sit back too much, and how I'm gonna put it, we like to sit back and box too much. Toledo, they get straight to business. We get straight to business, but we have a couple people that's in the city that's try to take on what Toledo and all over across the country does. But as far as Toledo, we actually get out there and travel.
Yeah, for sure.
And in Detroit, they don't really travel. They have club shows here and there, but they don't really get out there and travel. So it's my choice as being an elite fighter and from Detroit to put my city on the map.
And that you are doing. And so are you, KK. If you had a chance to fight one fighter in the world, amateur or pro, who would it be and why?
Thomas Psych, nah. But for real, Andre Ward, for sure. Andre Ward, because I just want to see who got the better jab.
That's great. Do you like Andre Ward?
Yes, sir.
Who are your top 3 favorite boxers?
Andre Ward, Floyd, and Terrence Crawford, and Sweet Pea. Like, all of them just won, basically.
What about you, Ferris? If you had who are your top 3 favorite boxers?
Mildred Taylor, Terry Norris, Gervonta Davis, and I like Jerron Ennis.
Jerron Ennis. Okay. How do you feel about that Pacquiao fight over the weekend? Did you guys watch it?
Pacquiao let Ugas dictate the fight. Every time he tried to pop in, he had a jab and he had the right hand there every time. It wasn't no outclass. He just did what he was supposed to do, made the fight simple, short, kept his punches straight down the middle, and he came out on top.
Who do you think gonna win October the 9th? KK Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder?
Man, I feel like Deontay Wilder gonna come harder, but Tyson Fury won't box in person. I ain't gonna lie.
For the difference between y'all two, if y'all can tell me in a brief, what is the hardest thing about training camp? Starting with you, KK.
Hardest thing is pushing yourself, actually being a person, like when nobody watching you, who are you, basically, like push yourself, basically, like.
What about you, Ferris?
Hardest thing in training camp?
It's not getting cussed out.
That too, but the hardest thing in training camp for real is like, in our training camp, when we got like 2 weeks left, we get our phones. We got to give up our phones, and why? Because we want to be focused and we want to be locked in. So that's one of the hardest things. But I say cutting weight, that'll be one of the things I hate. If I can fight it, just walk around when I'm at right now, I swear I wouldn't even have to worry about nobody.
What's your favorite food you like to eat?
Everything. I eat everything besides shrimp.
What he said, but my most thing I love to eat is like when my dad cook some chili or my mama cook dinner. The best, basically.
Okay, so you like everything, huh?
Yeah.
So that means donuts, cookies.
No.
You just said everything. Yeah, y'all getting out of this. Hey.
I like everything. I ain't hiding it.
So, man, tell us about boxing, being down in Ohio. Because I only been down in Ohio a couple of times. How is it being down in Ohio training for boxing?
It's tough. They work you hard. Ain't no, you come in there, ain't no lacking. Like you getting straight to it. Like you getting straight to it. It's like no plan.
Oh wow.
Cause like when we was like in Detroit, when we used to train in Detroit, it was like, you know, sometimes we would play and stuff like that. You get in, you get out. In Ohio, it's like that. Like you work, you get out.
Who is Kahlil Harvey Jr. outside of boxing?
A gamer.
No, like a fun person. Cause I go hoop, I play the game, and then.
Quick question: can you beat Thomas Covington 1-on-1 in basketball?
No. But in football, he can't guard me. Basketball, he a cookie. I ain't gonna lie. But in football, he can't mess with me.
Can you beat KK and Thomas in basketball?
No, he sucked. Hey, we was at the USA Nationals last year. I was putting buckets on his head. Me and Thomas. No, look, listen. It was me and Thomas versus him and Zeke. We was going crazy on AJ. Hey, we asked my dad. We was balling on AJ.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
No, I don't.
So do you still watch football and everything? I know you was playing football at one point, Ferris.
No, yeah. I don't really watch. Only thing I really watch right now is basketball and boxing.
Oh yeah.
Football, I ain't really been watching football like that.
Yeah, because you used to play football yourself.
Yeah.
What happened? You had a dream about going to the Detroit Lions? What happened?
No, I just when I was playing football, I just thought like it wasn't. I mean, it was a sport. I like contact sports, but it wasn't no place like boxing. Boxing, it was a different feeling.
Right.
I was an animal in that. I'm an animal in that ring, and like I'm an animal on that field, but it's a different feeling. So I had to come back home.
You also was a winner in football too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You was also a winner in it too, man.
Yeah,
So how long did you play football?
For like a good 5 years.
Good 5 years.
Yes, sir.
How many championships you won in football?
I had like 3 rings in football, 2 with the Bulldogs and 1 with the Wolverines.
Man, I have to say this because when I first seen you at Considine, man, he was training hard, man. He was on the speed. He was just on the speed bag, man, tearing that speed bag up, man. And it was in the basement of Considine, man. It was hot as hell in that basement. And Florida. And the first time I seen you, Ferris, was at Downtown Boxing when you was sparring. I'm like, man, this dude, man. I'm like, hey, I'm glad I ain't got to fight no more. Shoot, I don't mind having a gut, this big old belly. I ain't got to worry about getting in the ring with none of y'all. Shoot, y'all, man, but keep doing what y'all doing, man, and keep grinding, man. And so tell us about where this fight gonna be at in September.
I fight September 11th in Toledo, Ohio, at the Sky Rock Recreation Center. I have $40 tickets, $60 tickets, and $100 tickets. It's gonna be a show that you don't want to miss.
So, I hope to see you turn pro, man. But the only time I can see you turn pro is on the video game, man. Matter of fact, it's a new boxing game coming out soon.
Oh, Fight Night?
No, it's not called Fighting. It's another game coming out. It's called I forgot what it's called, but they got it online on YouTube. But so, man, tell us what type of video game you like playing, man.
2K and Madden.
2K and Madden. What system?
PS4.
Man, you know what? I'm sick of y'all PS4s, man.
No, you only sick of us because we the best at every game.
Man. I'm telling you, also y'all, I'm giving all y'all the business, man. You not
giving me nothing.
So yeah, but I'm giving y'all the business, man. I'm giving y'all the business, man, because I'm sick of y'all PlayStation runners, man. Y'all give me the blues, man. I done been getting accused of having a gay box, you know. Man, but overall, man, I appreciate y'all coming up here, man. And I appreciate what y'all doing in the gym, man, and keep grinding, man. And if you can, man, it's okay to talk to the girls, but kind of stay away from come fight time.
Yeah,
Ferris and KK, you know, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Just keep grinding, man, and keep grinding. What's your goals? What's your goal in boxing? KK, start with you first. What's your goal?
Making my mama and my daddy proud. That's all.
Oh, you doing that right now? So good.
No,
That's good.
proud. I'm talking about house, cars, everything. Businesses, everything. Like, making them proud. That's the only thing.
What about you, Ferris?
I'm say we're going to get every belt, every world champion that's in the division we in. Everywhere. I'm coming to get everybody.
Y'all hear that? So for the people out there that's watching this Press for Conversation podcast, hit us with any social media materials you have. So
go follow me on Instagram at Lil KKA Born Winner. Go follow me on TikTok. Wow, is that KK?
You can follow me on Instagram at The Real Team Boomer. And you can find me on Facebook at Ferris Dixon III.
Hold up. Y'all forgot about my YouTube too. Kahlil Harvey Jr. For sure.
For sure, man. Hey, y'all, that's the Press for Conversation podcast. I got my main man, the bad boys of the D, Ferris Dixon and Kahlil Harvey Jr., man. Make sure y'all be checking out them in the boxing world. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.